New cards, everyone. A bunch of new cards. I'm still recovering from an illness. You could probably tell by how my voice sounds. It probably sounds really bad. But there's a bunch of new cards, and I'm feeling like okay. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna go over these cards because I'm itching to make videos. I want to make videos. I love making videos. I really enjoy it, and I can't. And it's destroying me. So let's take a look. We just got a bunch of one-off cards, mostly from Legacy of Destruction, like filling out the set list for that set. But first up, I actually have a card from Promotional Pack 2024. This new site layout kind of sucks. Alright. I do like dark mode, though. I do like having it be in dark mode. Okay, so, Quartet Wonky. Quartet Honky, more like. 0 attack, 2600 defense, level 4 monsters. Unaffected by other card effects. If this card is XC summoned or once returned during the standby phase, or if this card is XC summoned or during the standby phase, once returned, attach the top 3 cards of your deck to this card as material, then apply this effect based on the number of adult monsters it has as material. 4 or less, you give control of this card to your opponent. 5 or more, take 400 damage for each material currently attached to this card, and if you do, destroy all monsters you control. Okay, so if you finesse a way to get this to 4, you give control of this to your opponent, and then once it hits 5, they take 400 damage for each material currently attached to this card. And it also attaches the top 3 cards of your deck to this card's material. How do you do this without going over? You'd have to somehow make this with only 1 monster to make it go to get this effect, right? Because it says 4 or less, so it has to be less than that. But it attaches the top 3 cards of your deck as material, so it attaches 3 cards, which means you'd have to only have 1 material on it, and then attach 3 cards to give control to your opponent, and then they start taking a lot of damage. The way it's worded makes it feel like a hot potato, but it's not, because it only switches sides when you have 4 or less material. I mean, you could just like Geonate or Transverse for this, and I'm sure that's going to be the easiest way to do this, honestly. But, yeah. Okay. What's this layout? It looks like Duel Links. Oh, it's the Duelist Nexus thing? Not Duelist Nexus, but the Neuron thing. Life hack. Cool, we're getting life hacks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. You'll use the first and second effects of this card they must return. Target 1 face-up monster on the field until the end of this turn. Its attack becomes your opponent's current life points. Also, any damage the attack is halved. So you can make this thing, you can make a monster have 8,000 life points, basically. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 face-up monster in the field until the end of this turn. Its attack becomes your current life points. Also, all damage your opponent takes is halved. You can do each of them, so you could use this and make 2 of your monsters on the field have 8,000 life points or attack points, and then your opponent takes halved damage, which means if you have direct attacks, you can make them take 4,000 damage each, and that's game. Theoretically, this card could just win you the game, but it's so situational. It's not actually going to be playable. It's not like searchable or anything. You just have to draw the like 3 of quick play spell, you know. All right, normal trap. Change all monsters on the field that were not normal special summon this turn to defense position. Also, this turn, neither player can declare an attack with the monster normal or special summon this turn, while they control a defense position monster. This is bad threatening roar. Heaps of beasts. That's a good name. But yeah, this is just bad threatening roar. I don't know the point of this. I don't understand the point of this. Alright, next up we have a card from Legacy of Destruction, a new white card. That's pretty cool. New white support. They're like trickling this stuff out. Lord of the White Sworn. Is a light sworn guy? He's a light sworn and a white guy. No, he's just white. White! Okay. You can use the second and third of the six cards named once per turn. This card becomes Skull Servant in the graveyard, only in the graveyard. If you have Skull Servant or King of the Skull Servants in your graveyard, you can send this card from hand or field to the graveyard. Send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard up to the number of Skull Servant and King of the Skull Servants in your graveyard. Wow. Wow, that's pretty good. This gives a lot of mill power to the deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one Skull Servant or King of the Skull Servants in your graveyard, special summon it, and that lets you get the King of the Skull Servants back on the field, which is pretty good. Neat. And it is literally a play on Lightsworn. That's funny. That's funny. I like that they are making a pun on a different archetype. And it does the mills that Lightsworn does, so I guess that makes sense then. That's funny. Alright, next up. Drag your opponents to hell with Zoma, the Earthbound Spirit. Oh, they made Zoma an Earthbound. That's... Wait. Whoa. They made it an Earthbound Spirit, though. Like Earthbound Spirit, the normal monster. But it's still considered an Earthbound card, I guess? Alright, you can use the first and second of kicks on return. Special summon this monster's effect monster with the following effect. Monster your opponent controls that can attack must attack this card. It has 1800 attack and 500 defense. If this card's special summoned by this card's effect is destroyed by opponent's attacking monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to double the original attack of the monster that destroyed it. See, this is not actually an Earthbound card. It has nothing to do with the Earthbound support. It's an Earthbound Spirit, like the Earthbound Spirit normal monster. Like, it's not actually an Earthbound card. I mean, maybe it's searchable by Earthbound, but like, this is nothing. It does nothing to support the Earthbound cards. Alright, Blink Out. Quick play spell. Target one Link monster on the field, return it to the extra deck, and then you can special summon one of the materials used for its Link summon from your graveyard. So, this is like an okay card. This is gonna go crazy in like a cube or something. It's like a neat effect, but unsearchable 3 of. Woo. There's like better cards. I would rather play like Mind Control, Change of Heart, Snatch Steal, so I could just take the Link monster instead. Yeah, like there's just better cards to play. There's no point for this, except I guess the fact that it's quick play is nice. All right. Metatronios. So it's part of the Metaltron stuff. Yeah, Metaltronios. You can activate one card with this card's name per turn. Target one face-up non-token monster your opponent controls. Special summon one monster that has 2 or more of the same type, attribute, or attack from your hand, deck, or extra deck. When its effects are negated. And if you do negate the targeted monster's effects, then if those 2 monsters have the same name, you can banish both face down. Your opponent cannot activate the targeted monster's effects in response to this card's activation. Okay. Again, this is a decent 3 of unsearchable quick play spell that is not gonna see much play. This is funny because it's kind of like Small World in a way, but it's like worse because it relies on your opponent having something that matches something you have. I guess in like a tier 1 or a tier 0 format, I mean, in like a tier 0 format, you could maybe play this, and that might be pretty good. I don't know. That seems like a very specific instance where this might be good. And then lastly, we have a retrain of a terrible old normal monster, and that is Crescent Dragon Mikazuki no Yaiba. Mikazuki no Yaiba. You can use the first and second effects of Moonfang Dragon Mikazuki no Yaiba once per turn. Moonfang, not Crescent. Okay. Once per turn. During the end phase of this card in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon it, but place it on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. So it's a free level 7. That's neat. Hand or grave, but it returns to the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. And that's during the end phase, though. You could discard 1 card, add 1 level 7 Dork Dragon monster from deck to hand. Oh, it's a dragon that's a level 7. But its special summons during the end phase. And its other effect is not particularly good. I don't know of any level 7 Dark Dragon monsters I'd want to search. And you have to discard a card to do so. And again, you have to get this on the field somehow, and the only way you can get this on the field, like, through its own effect is by waiting till the end phase. Ugh. Why end phase, man? Why can't this just be like we printed Kashtira card? I guess it's a dragon card. It is a dragon, which means it plays in the Dragon Link, and so you have to like prevent it from doing stuff with Dragon Link, I guess. I don't know. Well, I guess none of this was actually worth making a video about. But I just wanted to make a video, so you got one. Well, thanks for watching. Tell me what you think of all these terrible cards. Actually, some of them weren't terrible. Some of them were actually pretty good. Just like not good enough for meta play. But let me know what you think about them in the comments, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye. Hey there. Thanks for watching another video. Why don't you give it a like, share it around, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. You know, the YouTube stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter for more content. I got content plenty for ya. You can also support the channel by giving me money. You have a Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you can show up in the credits over here. I would really appreciate that. You could also use my TCG Player affiliate link to get any singles, sealed product, or accessories that you want, all to supporting the channel at the same time. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of whatever time it is for you. Bye now!